Hey, so welcome back to the finale, the final episode of Game Dev Tycoon. This particular playthrough with YouTube games. I just want to say that I have really enjoyed playing this game. The price I paid for it was really small, and for the amount of time I got out of it, I think it was quite good. And I don't think I'm finished with the game. There's some mods that I've downloaded, and I will probably play in my own time. Obviously, if anyone wants to see those mods in action, then comment on the video and I will make a video with some of the mods in. They're mostly quite small. They're mostly quite small things like additions of new hardware back in the 80s, like, well, technically the 70s, but the Atari 2600 and various other additions that were kind of skipped or missed or whatever by the developers of this particular game. Now, I mean, they could probably do a patch and drop them in themselves. They missed that Atari entirely. There was no Jaguar. There was no there was no anything really. They didn't do the Atari Lynx, even though they did the Game Boy and the Game Gear. So Atari got just dropped out entirely from the game. And I think some of the modders have put in the Atari and various other bits and pieces. So um, they're small things, but they might extend gameplay somewhat. Um, and yeah, it's a good game. So let's just get on here. We should hopefully just continue on where we were. We had just released, not just released, but a little while back, YouTube. Our new console is on the go. We don't have a lot else happening, really. We are up to almost a million fans. So that's just groovy. Now, I'm going to put in 2D graphics too as well. And we are going to call this Final Stand, as this will be the last game engine we create and the last game we create with it. And we are going to make an action game with our let's go for a large booth. Like I said, this is going to be the last of everything we do here, so let's just go out big. Okay, we finally got the #1 booth at the game conference. So going big at this final stage was worthwhile. Excellent. Perhaps we could just do some quick research. I suppose it's really going to matter because we can't actually do it. So let's develop a sequel to Star Trek Wars. We are going to make it a AAA game. It's going to be for everyone. So for action, let's We have the biggest market share, which is fantastic news for us. Let's just pick that. Can we make it an action? Definitely above a MMO. Bollocks to it, we might as well, I suppose. Pick game engine. Final stand. Star Trek Wars. Final stand. Start development. And this is it. This is our final game here. Crank the engine up. Quests go down. Branching story. Yeah, we might as well have all this shit ticked anyway. So, engine we need doing by someone who can do game engines. Gameplay by someone like you. And then you can do the storyline quests. Didn't we complete that? Maybe we didn't. No idea what that is or how that works. Sure, shit, why not? Screw it, let's hype the game. Okay, so we need the artificial intelligence to go through the roof. Dialogue's down. Dynamic environments. So we need to change some of this around. So if she does that, and I pick up the artificial intelligence. And then yeah, that'll do us. So we crack on here with this. What I'm going to do is marketing, and we are going to go huge on our marketing towards the end here. Powering through this 6.8 million units with the YouTube. Okay, push our graphics through the roof. Don't need to bother with that. Get our sound design up. Let's give you world design. Make sure everything is ticked. So this game is absolutely huge as our final stand in the YouTube games. This is probably going to be quite a short final episode as we just see this play itself out somewhat here. I mean, advise we had like 1 million fans or something silly. Before we tried a AAA game, publishing it ourselves. But this looks like it's going to be a monster title, so we'll get ready to finish it as soon as all these bugs are gone. $7 million units sold. Okay, so we should set new records all around. And let's release the game. Okay, well we got an achievement. It's always nice. 3D graphics version 7. Well, we can just keep going here. It's amazing. So let's see what our final reviews are. Well, for our final game, we're not going to get those perfect 10s that I was so hoping for. In the end, let's go for a large booth. Let's get a report from this dude before he disappears on vacation generally. Your MMO is now on SAL. MMOs work slightly different from normal games. MMOs are not only generating but also cause maintenance costs as we need to run games to provide customer services. You'll see the amount of maintenance paid in the sales card. Unlike other games which have limited sales durations, MMOs sell indefinitely. You have to decide when you take the MMO off the market. Take the MMO, simply click on the card and bring up the menu. Excellent. So let's research the expansion pack. I mean, obviously, as an MMO, probably we didn't choose the right genre or anything along those lines. We were the #1 booth this year, fantastic. That should hopefully get us some extra hype. This, just to round this up, as this is the finale here, I have really thoroughly enjoyed playing this game, and I am going to go away now, stop recording videos, and actually play this game myself, for myself, spend a little bit more time with it, do some other bits and pieces. I've been looking at game designing myself. I've always wanted to design my own game, and I think these guys have done a really good job of this, and it's a lot of fun. And I think supporting these kind of independent developers by buying this game may well be a good thing. So for £6 in the United Kingdom, I think it's something like $10 in the United States, maybe not. but it's around that, I think. And it's a good game to get, worthwhile. You can pick up and play. You can see it as a casual game because it is. There's not a lot of depth as a management or a simulation style game, um, but the depth it does have is intriguing enough. There's, as you can see by what I've been doing, I can now research even more. So I have. It's maybe not here in the R&D lab. So I can do version 7 graphics, which is probably worthwhile. I can obviously develop a new console, and there's another new kind of variation for it. And then obviously we can go through and add all of this stuff that we've kind of done to it, and we can do more research and various other bits and pieces. And yeah, it's a good game, and this is now a never-ending loop. This will continue on as long as the profit outweighs the costs of running it. So as long as there's still money being made from it, and it is pushing up the sales of our YouTubey console here, and it's the costs are elevating compared to the greenery there. But we can. I'm sure it said we could do add-ons, didn't it? I thought it did say we could design just add-ons to it. Can we do that? Design, dialogue, gameplay, engine. Doesn't seem like we actually can. Maybe I've missed something there. But anyway, our costs are starting to get more than our profit, so it's probably time to take that bad boy off the market. Yes. Excellent. So yeah, that's going to be it. It's a kind of short end to this, but I don't really see the point in necessarily continuing on unless people want to see more, and then I've still got to save a file for this, so I can always come back to it if anyone really cares to, or I can kick it off again with the add-ons and such. Whatever, if you really care to leave a comment, then leave a comment. Obviously, if you like the video, hit the like button, and if you want to see other videos, as this is probably the final one for this particular series, then hit the subscribe button. Obviously, you can leave a comment or whatever you want to do, and yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next video. See you later.